I've played a lot of video games, and I will start this video by explaining that Yume Nikki is probably one of the most unique, strange, and downright uncomfortable games I've ever played. Hi, I'm JaxDev. I make mediocre video essays on the internet, and in this video I'll be discussing the 2004 abstract masterpiece, Yume Nikki. One of the main benefits of indie games is that without the fear of big corporations breathing down your neck and judging all your creative choices, the developer can show off their complete, uncompromised creative vision. And Yume Nikki is definitely that. This game breaks almost all the rules of conventional game design and could not work as anything else besides an indie game, and I'm super excited to share it with you. Before we get too into the game, however, I would like to say that you can play this game for completely free on Steam, and I'd recommend you do so because there are certain parts of this game I just can't really explain in writing. The game itself is quite simple with few mechanics. You play as this girl who finds herself in what I presume to be her room, as a basic tutorial explains the game. You can go to sleep to enter the dream world, and whenever you want to come back, you pinch yourself to wake up in the real world. In the dream world, you find a circle of doors leading to various areas to explore, and that's kinda all you have to work with. At this time, I will say if you are coming to Yume Nikki looking for a game with smooth progression and will give you satisfaction from overcoming difficulties, you are looking in the wrong place. In Yume Nikki, there isn't really any type of challenge or even a way to lose. The closest thing that comes to losing is that sometimes certain creatures you will come across will send you to areas where the only way to go forward is by pinching yourself and waking up in the real world, but you can always just head back to where you already were. If you are trying to play Yume Nikki like any standard video game, I'm sorry, but you are going to have a frustrating experience. The game never attempts to guide you to do anything or go anywhere in particular. While there is an ending, completing it will not offer you any type of closure or even a bit of understanding. This unusual game design is a large part of what makes Yume Nikki so special. However, I can see how it drives away many players, and as you can imagine, also makes it really hard to write this video. Rather, the joy in Yume Nikki is found through exploring its various areas. These areas usually contain something called an effect, which is an equipable item that will have various effects on the player character, and collecting all these effects is how you reach the ending. However, most of these effects don't really alter the game that much. At most, they make your character go faster or allow you to navigate a different area. These effects mostly just serve as giving you a reason to explore at all, so you aren't just wandering around completely aimlessly. Because in Yume Nikki, it's not really about the destination, it's usually about the journey. Every area in this game is completely unique, and not just unique from each other, but also unique in ways that are different from most other games you've played. Each place you discover has its own unusual atmosphere. I'd try to describe them to you, but honestly, I don't think words can describe many of the places and things that occur in them. Instead, I will mention the wonderful art, which includes incredibly detailed backgrounds, as well as art that sometimes just looks like it was made by someone who just learned what pixel art is, and I don't mean that as an insult, as well as containing a droning and repetitive soundtrack that really adds to the overall experience. I think every corner of the dream world was designed to feel off or make you feel uncomfortable in some way. By exploring this world, I have felt confused, disgusted, and even though there is no threat or game over state in this game, I have felt genuine fear. Sometimes I've been scared to just press the interact key because I'm just terrified of what might happen. While the hall of doors leading to different areas may seemingly provide a sense of structure, in reality, most of the areas have sub-areas hidden by seemingly small things that loop in and out of other areas, making the world feel almost infinitely expansive. It feels, and I hate to say this word because of how overused it is, liminal. It might be easy just to write off this game's creative choices as just random for the sake of random with no real purpose, yet I cannot in good faith agree with that, even though sometimes I personally struggle to find any specific meaning throughout many of the game's locations. I would say playing this game is like reading something in a different language. I can see the sentence structure, I could tell there is purpose and meaning in these symbols, but I have no clue as to what's actually supposed to be saying, and I, to be honest, don't even know if I'm supposed to. With this game's cloud of uniqueness and subjectivity surrounding it, many people, including myself, have come to wonder who is behind this odd masterpiece. Yume Nikki was directed and developed by the developer Kikiyama, and that is unfortunately all I could really find about them. Outside of a few fan collaborations, Kikiyama has mostly avoided the public eye, which is kind of a shame. The only interview I could find was surprisingly conducted by Toby Fox in 2023, which at first sounds really exciting until you read it and find that Toby Fox only gives yes or no questions before the final question of, if we were to go to Denny's together, what would you order? Thank you very much, Toby. Very cool. With all this mystery surrounding the game, most people have been led to wonder what to make sense of it. Normally, this is the part of the video where the video essayist explains what this all means and the hidden themes of the game, but I don't really plan on doing that. Once again, Yume Nikki is a completely free game on Steam, and I think the best way to understand and interpret this game is by making your own assumptions, and not just listening to what some random and frankly unqualified dude says on the internet. Though, if you do want a video that goes into analysis of the game's story, check out Nighthawk's video on it. Honestly, I think a problem nowadays is that people feel like they need to completely understand a piece of media to enjoy it, when that's definitely not the case. I'll be 100% honest and just say that on my first couple of playthroughs, I didn't have but a clue as to what it meant, and to be honest, I still don't really myself, but I still felt the same themes and emotions included inside of the game. So please, just play the game on your own and come to your own conclusions. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of this video, it really helps out. I'm a relatively small channel at the moment, so if you found this video to be worth your time, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, or just shared this video with a friend who you think would like it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.